welcome back. We've got a haul today from a new company. I'm going to show you some of their products, and we're going to do the rose with one of those products. This is coming from the Colorya company. Now, we know there is an elephant in the room right now, and it's called Colorya. They are different. I already started checking. They're not getting the stuff from the same places. It's different pens. Even though they both have cases, they both sell books and markers and all that. Their colors do not match, and that's a good thing. So I'm going to take that elephant out of the room. They're not the same company. So what did they send me? Let's start with that. Well, they sent me, this goes with this. They sent me a 50-piece water brush set, and it is freaking nice. Look at that. Beautiful, all the colors. And here it comes with the case, and I did try it out. I'll show you the colors in a minute. It comes with 2 tank brushes. So that was the first thing, and we'll put her away for a little while. They sent me the book, and they do mandalas, and pencil is now looking good. It's a little bit smooth, and that's why I think it takes marker so well. Okay, and the whole book, this is Mandela Magical Nature, and they have all sorts of nature pictures in here. But we have the owl. I did this one instead. It was the bee one, and then I did the swatches. So the paper really held up. Not a drop on the back. It's thick. The books are kind of heavy. The covers are made with the same paper as the inside. They have the page you rip out as your blotter, but I don't think you need a blotter with this. Really, I put a lot of ink on the page. And then just pages are thick. Probably about 30 pages. They're long. It's a big book. And very detailed. Dragonflies and fish. So I chose the bee, and I was just messing around with it. These are the watercolor colors. Some of them are similar. Like these two are pretty similar. But I think these two are pretty similar. But not exact. And that's about it. The rest are pretty unique. Now, the next thing that they sent me over here, they sent me a 48 metallic glitter and gel pen set. And they've got their little case, their embossing. And I really liked these pens. Here is my only other set of pens. And you can see what the top looks like. They have like the metal top, and they color nice. These pens have a plastic nib, and I think that the ink flows a little bit nicer, or a lot nicer. And I got a very even lay down. This is a metallic pen, and you can tell the difference because the glitter pens have the glitter in the pen itself. So you can easily tell which ones, like this is a metallic, this is a metallic, this is a metallic, here's a metallic, a metallic, a metallic. If it doesn't have the glitter in it, you know what you're getting. Here are the colors you get for those sets. And so you can see they're pretty different. This one's a little darker than this. That was the closest. These two are a little bit close. This one's a little bit lighter, a little greener. Other than that, these are similar, but not exact. These are 3 different color grays. So they did a good job picking out the colors for this set. Now, one thing I do like about them that is unique to them, and finally somebody got a clue that we wanted this, both the watercolor and the gel pens are marked with a color and a number. So now we have identification marks on our gel pens, which really does help trying to find the right color because the plastic doesn't do justice to the color. It just doesn't match. So you really have to know your colors, know your set. Oh, I think they have like a thing in there to keep it clean. That's nice. They have like a little thing in here. And I guess that holds it in place and keeps it clean. So those were 2 that they sent. Then there was the third thing. I mean, a fourth thing. Sorry. They sent me a case of alcohol markers. And here are the colors that they sent. It's a 40 set. So what am I going to do today, now that I've showed you this haul? We're going to work on the rose. And what I decided to do, this is going to be dedicated to Gouache to demonstrate for you their watercolor pens. And we're going to do the rose. I'm back to Mariola Budek's picture. And you can get this off of Etsy, at her Etsy shop. I'm going to try the titanium white gouache hack with the watercolor pens that was sent to me by Colorya. I've done this trick enough times that I'm pretty confident that it is not going to destroy my good pens. I love these markers, and I'm going to use the blue. And I've chosen two different blues. I've chosen cobalt and blue sky, and that's 420 and 460. So I'm going to start with the lighter of the two. And I have the container with the paper towel in it and the gouache. Don't forget this paper towel because this will dry out really quickly. I'm going to dip very lightly and just get it started. This is very important. Get it started or you're going to have a big white blob on your page. Now the white is nice and bright. And I'm going to start with the rose. And here comes the color. And I'm going to just get it nice and flowing. I'm avoiding the very edge. It's just going to be a look of the flower that I want to give it. Then I'm going to do white on the very edge. And you can see it's starting to darken up a little bit, and I want that. Now it's the time where I'm able to play with the tones. I'm doing it all in one color. And then I'll come in with my darker cobalt to get my shadow areas. I'm just free-forming it, letting the colors come in and out as it would on a natural rose petal. Now remember, the trick of this is using water. I tried this with the alcohol markers and it was like a disaster. Of course, you're welcome to try, but I'm telling you, it didn't come out good. It was one of those blow up the picture situations. What I discovered on these pens, the watercolor pens, is you don't have to clean them at all. I practiced with this particular pen yesterday, and I didn't clean it. And you could see how beautiful it is because gouache isn't going to destroy the pen. It's not going to dry out your tip. You don't have to do anything with it, actually. I'm dedicating this set of pens to a gouache mix set. If you have these, you probably can use your regular ones and there'll be no effect on the material. I'd be the first one to tell you if I thought anybody's stuff would be in danger. That's why I'm doing it first and then coming back slowly with each one of these things that I'm testing because I don't want to destroy anybody's stuff. But so far, everything has been perfect. Now, I will admit that I like these better than the water markers for this technique, but that's only because this is nicer than water marker ink. You know, it's more vivid, it's less caustic on the paper. And with 50 colors to choose from, this is like an absolute game changer for me and my art. And I'm going to show you what happens when you go over it with pencil. I love the creamy effect that it gives it. I really do. I love how easy it is to get that white edge in, which is really hard to do with just pencil because once you color over it, it's over. With this, you can keep adding it if you color over it, if you want to take more away, if you want to add. Feels like I'm doing a combination of everything all at once. I'm not painting, I'm not markering. And it's so weird that the pen doesn't give up. Like if you're using a brush paint, this is kind of like the opposite. You know how like when you use a brush and it goes like less and less? This is the opposite. It goes more and more. So it's so weird. Now, I'm going to leave this edge and this edge open, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Just a little bit. I'm not going to overpower it. I'm going to use some glitter gel on it, just to give the picture a little bit of something else. Now I'm letting this petal go darker. You just use less white. Now my husband's going to be coming home any minute now. I won't even have to wash my brush. Just stick the cap on it. And I'm ready to go again. I'm going to try a little bit of original artwork using this technique, just to make sure 100%. And I'm going to put it on good paper. I already picked out my picture. Now I want that area right there to be much lighter. So I just add in more white. And the pen will do the blending itself. So I'm going to leave that open, and I'm going to leave this open. Now as I go inside, I'm going to want it to get darker. That's where I'm going to go with the other blue. Once I get this top layer done. Okay, I want to leave that. I don't even have to wash it off. I'm just capping it. I'm going to get out the Colorya Cobalt Blue. Get that one going because I've never used this one. Get that white into it. Get the blue flowing. Very important to get that blue going into it. Don't just blop it on immediately. Okay, so that's starting to come up. And I'm going to get my darker areas. And put in some detail. I'm dragging the darker blue through it. And blending it in. Hey, as you get into the middle of a rose, it usually gets darker. Now, if I add in too much of this, I can just go back over it and color over it. I know it looks a little bit funny with these white areas, but they won't be white for long. And make a rose look natural. I'm going to get out some gel pens and go to town with some glitter. I like that color. And this is a, yeah, you could see a lot of glitter in it. I don't know if I'm catching the light. There it goes. You could see a lot. I think I'm going to go with this color. Hey, let's have some fun. No trouble using the gel pen over this. Goes on smooth. I'll glitter into the really dark area. Now let's see if you could see that properly in the... Look how beautiful this looks. Yeah, I have a little gray. I need something a little darker. Okay, getting a little bit of shadow on it. Lifting it up off the page with that shadow. This side of the head, this color, and this color. These are the three, the dark, the medium, and the light, okay? On this side, I had this combination, dark, medium, and light, so that this side of the head is going to automatically be lighter, but they're all kind of the same undertone hue, even though the plastic isn't great. When you actually use the markers, that's the way it goes. And then for the really, really deep inside, I used a little bit of this. So I really had a very cohesive picture, but it clearly is lighter on this side. My highlights are not choppy, okay? You don't want your highlight to abruptly end. really work those highlights in her hair. Nobody wants to look like a striped zebra when you get your hair done. You want a soft, natural looking. So really work your highlights. Don't let them abruptly stop. These are very forgiving. So if you make a mistake or something is too dark, go in with a little bit more gouache on the end, and you can get rid of that very, very easily. This has to be the most forgiving method of coloring I've ever done. It's almost a crime. It's a crime against art to do this. I'm just having that one light area, really light. In the center of this highlight, I did put white, and that's to give it just like when you do a light bulb. When you really want something to look bright, you put white right in the middle. A little dab will do you. If you do too much, move it down to your next color and it'll cover it right up. As you can see, I've worked on this a lot behind the scenes. I did the eyes in my last video. I want to thank the Colorya company for providing the materials for this video, and I will snap a picture of it. I will snap a picture of the final picture and put it in one of my other videos that are coming up so that you can see the final result. And with that, I'm going to say I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.